I think the most important thing to note about my journaling journey is that I just stopped having rules. I literally woke up one day because I used to be like really hard on myself. I'd be like, I have to write every single day. I have to do this. I have to do that. And I woke up one day and I was like, what if I just don't have any more rules? What if I just journal if I feel like it? What if I write one word if I only have like one word in my brain? And what if I write 20 pages if that's what I feel like doing? And literally, like, after I made that like mental decision, I journaled every day. And that started like my journey of journaling every single day and having all these things that I can like look back on and be like, what was I thinking? What was going on in my head? Like, what are ways that I'm different now in 2024 versus 2019 or 2017 or whenever this was? I've journaled every day for over 5 years. This isn't even all of my journals, but these are the ones I had handy. Actually, one of the first years I journaled every day, I used Hobonichi. I don't know if this is my first one. I think 2017. Oh no, sorry, the date is at the bottom. 2017 was my first year of full journaling. And I don't love the Hobonichi because it kind of like limits you. Like, you could only write in like this area. And there were days where I wanted to write more, and then there's like also days where I didn't like really like fill out the full area. I just like wrote one thing. I still count that as journaling, by the way, and you should too. The point is not to write a book every day. The downside of my curiosity is that sometimes I enjoy not knowing too much. I can't believe I wrote that. I wrote that on July 17th, 2019. If that doesn't convince you to start journaling, like, it's so wild to get like little snippets of where your brain was at years ago. Oh wow, this is actually like kind of creepy because this is 2019 and I write, what do I really want? And the first thing I write, this is so wild. The first thing I write is a baby. And 2 years later, I had my first baby. This is so wild. Like, this is actually one of the best prompts for journaling. Every couple of months, you should write down, what do I really want? And just brainstorm and just list. I put a bunch of things here. Time, a gallery, to do more arts and crafts, to teach, to write. If I could do anything. If I could do anything, this is so strange. I would get a really nice apartment in a medium-sized city. Like, like I wrote that. I want to ask follow-up questions, but you can't. You can't time travel. That's kind of what sucks about journaling. There would be vines all over it. I'm really specific. When I like really get into what I want, I like to be really, really specific and like paint this picture because I feel like I can be more accurate if I push myself to do that. Maybe structure and organization is the wrong thing to rail against. Maybe self. The truth is, I don't hate meetings. I don't like wasting time and energy. I don't like some of the drama. But I actually like collaborating with people. I like learning. I like thinking. I like having the time to think. I might actually like more structure. I might enjoy it. Organization is good. It's not the meetings. It's not the organization. It's the problem. It's all the other little stuff in between. It's the people. It's the place. It's the feeling. Man, I'm kind of a genius. One thing you realize when you journal every day is that you have great ideas. Ideas to reach my goals. And one of them is show people that things can be better. in parentheses, respectfully. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Another idea, tell a really good story, a real story. Let's find something from like a previous year. This is also 2019. There were times when I also used like multiple journals. This is when I met my husband. This is like the really crazy stuff is like this was like literally the day I met my husband. I opened it to this. I think I've opened this page. I've read this page a lot because I'm not gonna read it out loud, but it's like, it's just crazy. It's like crazy, like that she didn't know. She didn't know her whole life was about to change. I was just saying like nice things about him, really. I didn't really like fully understand though. It was a really crazy year, 2017, for me. And the more I read into the past, the less I like can fully recognize myself. I'm not in a rush to get there. I'm not in a hurry to leave here. I'm poised and prepared for every moment. Deep down, you always know what to invest time and money into. Trust that instinct. I wonder if this was aspirational. I don't feel so confident in that. But she did. She thought that I knew exactly where to invest time and money. Morning pages. I even did like art journaling, but I only did that like once. Most of it is full pages of writing, like a lot of writing. But I want to talk about morning pages. I think morning pages are the worst. Sorry, my camera's crooked. Hi. I talk to people about journaling, and a lot of them are like, yeah, I tried it, I'm into it, but like, it's just, I don't have the time. And when I dig deeper into like, oh, why don't you have the time? It's because people think they need to write like 2, 3, 4 pages, or even like one whole full page. You don't need to do that. And I blame the artist's way and the whole like morning pages thing. I have the book somewhere. Hold on, let me. Whoa. Hold on, buddy. Is it this? I've done the artist's way twice. The first time I only made it to like 10 weeks. Second time I did like the whole full 12 weeks, and I kept doing morning pages for a while longer. But I stopped, and I had already journaled for 5 years at that point, so I already like knew about like how to journal every day. And I just feel that I wanted to give it a fair try. I wanted to like really do morning pages and like get that full experience. And I was just left feeling like, well, I could have skipped this whole activity. I felt like I wasted a lot of time doing it. Even reading back through my morning pages, I'm just like, oh my God, what was I doing? And when I read back through my regular journals, I'm like, this is so valuable. There's like so many insights here, because there's something weird about morning pages where it's like you're under pressure to write a certain amount. And I don't think that's like good. I don't know where my book is. I think I might have taken it upstairs. Or maybe I burned it, because that's, no, just kidding. Here's my 2 cents on that whole book. I don't hate it. I don't recommend it to most people. And I genuinely think it's about alcoholism. And if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the whole like 12 weeks, the 12 steps, it literally is the 12 steps. And she relates like lack of creativity to substance abuse the entire time. And I'm like, first of all, I've never had like a lack of creativity problem. I don't really get stuck in ruts. And I'm also like not an alcoholic. So I wonder if those two things are related. But I did like some of the activities at the very end, and I really liked the artist's date idea. There's a lot to like, and I think the best part actually is like the prompts. At the end of each week, you have like these prompts where you like write about different stuff, and one of them is like writing a letter to yourself as a kid. There's a couple of those that I really enjoyed and I found a lot of value in. But that's it. That ends there. And thankfully, I already had journaling experience, so I didn't like get stuck in this whole like um, morning pages thing. But I see a lot of people get stuck in it, and it doesn't make any sense. You don't need to write a certain amount for it to count. And honestly, when you are when I do that whole morning pages thing and I write a large amount, um, I feel like it's less good. Versus when I actually look through my older journals where I wasn't doing morning pages and I was just like writing stuff, and it's really, really good. It's like it's really distilled because I'm not under any pressure. I only have to write what's on my mind, and I just distill it. I do have this kind of like rule, and I see people on YouTube saying like morning pages changed my life after 10 days. Like you're gonna have to like do these practices, like spiritual practices are not something that first of all will change your life overnight at all. Journaling, like you can start journaling every day now for like 3 months and your life is not going to be changed. It's like a gradual chipping away at stuff that happens. And really it took me like years of journaling to figure out some things, and it took me years of journaling to have like a nice, like foundation of entries and things I can reference where I can be like, oh, I kind of like understand myself at a deeper level now. And honestly, the one journal I don't really look at when I'm trying to like make decisions or think about stuff on a deeper level is the morning pages one. I find that it has so much filler and unhelpful stuff because of the format. Like, also like part of what the book says basically is that like you are supposed to be opening up your faucet of creativity through the morning pages, and like if you do that then you'll be creative. I actually found if you open your faucet of creativity in the morning, you do the pages, then you'll be creative the rest of the day somehow, right? I actually found that when I finally stopped doing morning pages, I was so creative. I was like, finally, I can just like be creative however I want to be creative, not like be forced into this just stupid activity that feels so forced. And that's what I have to say about it. And I also feel that people who are pushing it, it's kind of like a trending thing on TikTok. And like all trending things on TikTok, it's so shallow, right? Like first of all, I don't think most of these people are doing morning pages. I don't think they're really getting much out of it. I don't believe their B-roll of them like pulling out the pen. Let's see. Let's do a little B-roll here. Dear diary, doing morning pages again. Yeah, it's just I think they suck. And if the whole rule of morning pages and writing 2 full pages has gotten you down and is preventing you from actually trying journaling, then you are free now. You don't have to do that. You can literally write 1 word and you journaled. Congratulations. I swear. Like, all the pressure you put on yourself in the journaling context is not necessary. And also that book as a whole kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. And and I've done the whole thing. I did the full journey of the artist's way. And yeah, I can't recommend it. Okay, that's it.